Today you got a win. How did it feel to snap that losing streak?
Hey, we're glad to get a win, whether it's a pretty win or ugly win. A win's a win right now, and so it's always hard to play against Coach Foley and Little Rock. I mean, they're always aggressive and physical defensively, and it's hard for any team to score on them. And so, you know, they come off of a win beating Texas A&M at home. They've already played 4, I think, SEC teams, and so, you know, just to be able to get a win against a team that's really strong defensively is, you know, we're glad. Now, I'm not glad of our 20 turnovers again, but that's something we keep working on. We'll just have to keep working on that, but I am proud of out-rebounding a good rebounding team by 14, and so that's something we can build on.
Yeah, you mentioned their win against Texas A&M. They held them to 38 points. Mm-hmm. What is it that they do that just keeps everybody, you know, so low scoring?
They're very physical. You've got to be able to be strong with the ball. And then you got to be able to move the ball because they really want you to try to play one-on-one. And if you're strong with the ball and you can move the ball, then you can get good shots. And so I felt like most of our breakdowns and our turnovers came off the dribble when we were trying to create by ourselves and really getting ourselves into trouble. And you got to be able to make that extra pass when you pull that defender off. But, you know, I felt like we kept playing hard on the defensive end, which is really the most important thing, that we didn't base our defensive effort on our offensive production or inefficiency sometimes. And so we continued to do what we were doing on defense. They all stayed focused. They all stayed locked in on what we were doing. Sometimes we lost some shooters. They missed some shots, which helped. But overall, I felt like they were real focused on what we were trying to get done defensively.
Yeah. To play a team that's so good defensively and see 10 players from our team score, you got to like seeing that.
Yeah, and it's not that we weren't trying to be unselfish. That's part of the reason we got 20 turnovers. We were trying to move the ball, and that's something we got to continue to work on, is our spacing. Our spacing isn't always good. Our timing sometimes has to get a little bit better. But when we did do that, some players got wide open, and we had some great effort going for some second chance opportunities. I think we ended up with 16 offensive rebounds, and so until we get a little bit more efficient on offense, we just got to continue to generate extra possessions with offensive rebounds and creating turnovers on the other team.
It seems for both Josie and Acacia, like every game they're just getting more confident.
Mm-hmm.
More so for Acacia tonight, it seemed like she was more comfortable leading the offense. Did you see that as well? She's growing,
and she's improving. She's still adjusting to getting her basketball legs back under her and adjusting to the physical nature of college basketball. But she's still, you can see she's got that burst of speed that you just can't coach. That's not coaching. She just has that. And we've got to get her a little bit more confident from the perimeter. So she's not quite so hesitant, because she's also a really good three-point shooter. And Josie just brings that great effort and great energy out there. You know, she seems like she covers so much floor. She's so long, and she gets her hands on a lot of balls. And that's what Miru always did for us, get extra possessions. And so Josie does that for us now.
Shot 3 of 20 from the three-point line, but still got to win, so you got to feel good about that as well.
We've not shot the ball well all season, and that's something we want to do better, obviously, but until you kind of get more efficient on offense, you've got to really hang your hat on your defense and your rebounding. We need to take care of the ball. Some of that is just making sure we get shots and not turn the ball over quite as much. And we've got good shooters. We've got kids that make shots in practice. We've just got to find the right shot for them in the flow of the offense in the game, and make sure that we're taking that, not trying to take bad shots or off-balance shots or hurry shots.
You've got 2 games left before you get into the conference slate. What are you looking for in these last 2 games? What do you want to do to prepare for?
I want to maintain what we've got going on defense. Maintain, like, if we can defend without fouling, if we can continue to be all 5 playing defense together, and that we're not always rotating, then I like to, if we can keep that. And then on the offensive end, we've got to get back to better floor spacing, better ball movement. Obviously, I'd love for us to make some more shots than we're making. This is a team that shoots the ball pretty well in practice, so that would help. But if we can continue the defensive intensity, we've had really good practice. We had a week of finals. The girls did a great job coming off of finals week, and then really maintaining a really high level of intensity and attention in practice. And so if we can continue that, now that finals are behind us, and get 2 good. We got 2 tough road games, and if we can do that and head into conference, and then we'll start conference with a road trip as well. Imagine that, going to Houston to play Rice on the road again. What is it, like 8 out of 9 years?
I think so.
I mean, 8 out of 9 we've probably been in Houston.
Yep.
So,
The last time, at least.
yeah, so I guess they wanted to send us there one more time. So.
Coach, were you aware that your zone could be that effective?
It's been good in the past as well. This team is learning and growing, and they really showed a big step forward, I felt like, in the Ball State game, and how to do that. But this has worked pretty well with, D. Givens, Jerry Porter, Whitney Creech, Alexis Brewer, that group. They were Reneem. They were pretty good. Miru, they were pretty good in this zone as well. And so it's disruptive. I felt like we still leave some holes out there. There's still some areas that we're not seeing yet. There's some holes that we covered up from Ball State, and so I'm glad that we'll have some more film. And we've just got to be better. We've got to be better at turning those turnovers and steals and rebounds into good transition opportunities, and that's something that we're not very efficient at yet.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys.